Before we get started, I would like to point out that this guide for Boom Beach is a follow-up guide of my previous Boom Beach complete statue guide. If you're new to the game, I would highly encourage you to watch the complete statue guide first before you watch this guide. Click on the screen right now to go to this guide, or check the link in the video description down below if you're on a mobile device. Hello everyone, it is Cyberburst and welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach. In this video, I want to talk about power powder. As already promised, I'm gonna give you guys some tips on power powder, how to save power powder, and also whenever you need to spend it, or not need to spend it, but what is the best possible way of spending your power powder in Boom Beach. And we're gonna go to the Sculptor first, because I want to explain that one crystal is the same as one power powder. Because if you make yourself a masterpiece, which is gonna cost you 7 crystals, you're gonna be getting 7 power powder whenever you redeem it. So that means 1 crystal is 1 power powder. And there's also another way besides masterpieces to get yourself power powder, and that is by upgrading the Sculptor. Now mine is maxed out, but usually if you're like level 7 or 6 and you see you're upgrading it, you see like you're getting yourself 1 power powder, that is also another way of getting yourself power powder into Boom Beach. Now some of you guys are probably going to be taking a look at the higher levels into the game, like the maxed out bases, and these guys all got everything boosted up. But I want to talk from a logical perspective and give you guys my perspective or my take on whenever I feel the normal people in Boom Beach, normal players, should be using their power powder into the game. So one tip I want to give you guys is, if you're maxed out, you got all of your landing crafts maxed out, you got your gunboat maxed out, you got basically all of your troops maxed out, don't boost up on Dr. Terror at all, like never. Don't boost up for stage number 6 or 7. If you take down stage number 6, which is very easy if you got everything maxed out, you're gonna be getting yourself 1 crystal guaranteed, because stage 6 and 7 are giving you 1 crystal guaranteed already. And then you also got stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which also give you like fragments and stuff. So make sure you don't boost up anything, and you're gonna be getting yourself 1 crystal already 4 times a week, because Dr. Terror comes around the corner every other day. There's a cycle of 6, so you got like Island Edition, you got Volcano Edition, they got like Hammerman, and they got Dr. Terror again and again. So at least 4 times a week you're gonna be getting yourself a crystal, saving a whole bunch of power powder if you don't boost up during Terror. That is a great way. Also, I would always advise you to at least have 1 Power Stone chance statue masterpiece in your base. It helps out so much. A lot of people say it doesn't. I don't care what they say. I'm telling you, it helps out. Honestly, there's been instances where sometimes I take down a base and I've been getting 3 crystals out of 1 base, which is totally insane, and I'm not even talking about Dr. Terror alone. So make sure you have this in your base at all times. It's just gonna give you a lot of crystals, which you can once again make power powder from, which is like the best feeling ever, right? So that is one way. Another way, what I would advise you to do is, when exactly do you boost up your statues if you're not gonna be boosting up against Dr. Terror? Now, there's 2 days, there's 1 day in the week in which I would personally always boost up, and that is against Colonel Gerhardt, because, well, I'm not really the strongest offensive player into the game, and I do need my boost to take her out. But if you do take her out, also make sure you take out the hardest bases on the map you find for that week. So save up those hardest bases you got on the map, and maybe have like a couple of diamonds ready or something like that, so you can instant finish your troops, and then take down those bases. For instance, I got this level 62 guy. Well, this guy is pretty hard to beat, so whenever Gerhardt is there and I'm gonna be boosting up my statues, well, not this guy, but let's say he was pretty hard to beat, I would then try to take him down, because I know otherwise it will be a waste of time whenever he has like a bunch of ice statues, and I wouldn't be able to take him out. So that is one way of effectively using your power powder. Another way, which is pretty extreme, but that's honestly the best way in Boom Beach to save up your power powder, and is not to boost up at all. But not only that, if you really want to get yourself a buttload of power powder, go full offensive in Boom Beach, and that means getting rid of all of your ice statues. I right now have 3 of them. If you get rid of all 3 of them and you replace them with like gunboat energy, like 16%, times 3. Now 16 times 3 is 48, so that means you have another masterpiece that is ridiculously strong. Or this one, well, which one do I have right now? 28%. And I'm pretty sure if you have like 3 of 10% troop damage, which I think can go up like 12 or 13, that means another like 36% troop damage. Now that means that if you boost this up, it will be less than getting rid of these statues. So that means you got like a permanent boost into the game that you don't even need to boost for. So that's a really great tip. I think I'm gonna be doing that in the near future, so that way I can show you guys some really crazy gameplay takedowns on extremely difficult bases. But going fully offensive, the only downside to that is that your base will be getting wrecked all the time, especially if you got like a lot of victory points. It's gonna be hard to defend against like bases that will take you down regardless, or attacks that will take you down regardless. And I know people who got rid of all of the defense just so that way they can go offense and save up a lot of power powder, and they right now got like 500 power powder or something like that. So those are really your ways in Boom Beach to get yourself some power powders. Little side notes, of course, your submarine should be high level. And also, if you have a lot of victory points, every single day there's a daily reward at 6 AM local time. The little boat will come next to your resource boats and it will present you with a couple of options in which you're able to choose from. So there's always gonna be the ability to get crystals in there, I think. And the more victory points you got, the more, the better the power stones will be. So that is just your guide on getting yourself some power powder in Boom Beach. I hope it helps you out. Personally, what I do whenever I really boost up, I just like try to take down as many bases as I can. So if I see I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, Dr. Terror, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 30. I don't know how many bases I got. If I got like 15 bases or so, maybe I'm gonna be boosting up like one of my statues or 2 of them if I really cannot take down bases, to make it easier on myself, to lose like less units than usual, and just in general, you're gonna be having an easier time on Boom Beach. I know some of this information might be very straightforward, but I'm pretty sure it will help out at least one boomer out there, and that's what I'm making this video for. So that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Wish you guys all the best of luck on getting your power powder in Boom Beach. And that being said, I'm going to be wrapping this video off here. As always, make sure that if you guys like this video to boom, give it a thumbs up. And that being said, this has been Reversal for Boom Beach. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.